Hi, my name is Yin Gao and welcome to Dr. Gao's classroom. I'm a professional philosopher and I love classical Chinese poetry. I have been translating classical Chinese poetry with a colleague of mine for the last few years, so I would love to share my knowledge with you. Your enjoyment is my command. Today, I'm going to translate and analyze the second half of Mulan, or the Ballad of Mulan. Now, let me just recap briefly what I did in my first video on Mulan. Before I translated the poem, I gave a bit of historical context of the poem. The Ballad of Mulan was first recorded in the 6th century by a monk. It was later adapted into plays and drama. A Ming scholar and playwright named Xu Wei gave Mulan's family a surname, Hua, or flower, and a name for every member of the Hua family. Just that you know, Mulan was not the only child as portrayed by the Disney movies. She actually had a sister and a younger brother, according to the Ballad of Mulan. The Ballad of Mulan was set in a chaotic time between 425 to 439 AD, when Mulan's tribe was fighting against another Mongolian tribe called Rouran. From the clues given in the Ballad of Mulan and the research done by some Chinese historians, we made a few informed guesses that Mulan was a Mongolian girl, but her family had settled in the territory that was traditionally occupied by Chinese along the Yellow River and adopted the Chinese agrarian lifestyle of farming. The wars Mulan was involved were the wars against Rouran and other Mongolian tribes. So the Disney movies are accurate to portray her and her family in a farming community and lived the Chinese agrarian lifestyle, as well as practice the Chinese custom of ancestor worship, etc. However, there are also other aspects that was not historically accurate, such as she was the only child, she was a Chinese girl, and she practiced martial arts, etc. There are also other aspects of the Disney movies that are not historically accurate, such as portraying the emperor as an old wise man. If you haven't watched the first video on Mulan, it is better to watch that one before you watch this video by click on the link on the screen. I also would like to make a disclaimer that I'm not a historian. I could not guarantee what I said in my videos is historically accurate. However, I would do my very best to be as accurate as possible with the materials that I have access to, which is quite a lot. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and medical literature. If you like the content of these videos, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on this subject, so if you would like to read those classics with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. Now, let's look at the second half of the Ballad of Mulan. I would divide the second half into 3 parts with different themes. The first part of this section of the poem gives an account what happened when Mulan came back as a war hero and her meeting with the emperor. The second part is more detailed and paints a vivid picture of Mulan's homecoming. And the last part is quite humorous, that Mulan was playing a practical joke on her comrades-in-arm when she revealed that she was a woman. Here's the first part in Chinese. 归来见天子，天子坐明堂。彻寻12转，赏赐百千强。可汗问所欲，木兰不用尚书郎。愿驰千里足， 送儿还故乡. Now, let's look at the first 4 lines. 归来见天子，天子坐明堂。彻寻12转，赏赐百千强。归来 means return home. 见 is an abbreviation of 觐见, meaning present oneself before or have an audience with a member of the royal family. Here it is with the emperor. 天子 means the son of heaven. 坐 means sit at. 明 means bright. 堂 means hall. 明堂 is the hall for the emperor to hold formal meetings with his ministers and generals, as well as the place where he hosts ritual ceremonies for important occasions, such as receiving a foreign delegates, celebrating victories, etc. Note that the title of the emperor is changed from 可汗 or Han to 天子, the son of heaven here. It is also a sign that a process of transforming from Mongolian way of life to a Chinese way of life was already happening. Even the title for the emperor had been changed into a Chinese one. 彻 means record. 寻 means achievement or military achievement. 12 means 12. 转 means rank. So 12转 was the highest rank of a word for military achievement. 赏 means award. 赐 means giving gift. 百 means 100. 千 means 1000. 强 means strong, but it also means more than something. So the 4 lines read, I returned home to see the Son of Heaven, who sat in his bright hall. I was awarded the 12th rank, and more than 100 or 1,000 rewards. 可汗问所欲，木兰不用尚书郎。愿驰千里足，送儿还故乡。可汗 means Han. It is interesting here that the title for the ruler is changed back to Han from the Son of Heaven. These back and forth changes about the emperor's title means that the transition from Mongolian system to the Chinese system was not fully established yet. So both titles were used to address the emperor. 问 means ask. 所 means about. 欲 means desire. And Mulan means Mulan. 不 means not. 用 means use or take up. 尚书郎 is the title for the head of a department, and it is a Chinese title. 愿 means want. 驰 means drive. 千 means 1000. 里 means mile. 足 means horsepower. 千里足 commonly refers to a fast horse who can run 1,000 miles in 24 hours. Here it is just used to refer to a good and fast horse. 儿 means child, but here it is used as a self-reference noun by Mulan to show respect to the emperor. So we translated it as me. 还 means return. 故乡 means hometown. So the 4 lines read, the Han asked what post I desired. Mulan had no use for being head of department. I wanted a very good horse to take me to my hometown. The second part gives us a detailed description of Mulan's homecoming. It is quite touching. 爷娘闻你来，出过相扶江。阿姊闻妹来，当户理红妆。小弟闻姊来，磨刀霍霍向猪羊。开我东阁门， 坐我西阁床，脱我战时袍，着我旧时装。当窗理云鬓，对镜贴花黄。Her parents heard that she's coming home. They were so happy that they cannot wait to see her. So they helped each other to the city gate to meet her. 爷娘闻女来，出过相扶江。爷 means father, 娘 means mother, 闻 means hear, 女 means daughter, 来 means come, 出 means go out, 过 literally means city wall. We inferred that they went out of the city wall through the city gate and waited there to meet Mulan. So we translated it as city gate. 相 means each other. 扶江 means holding arms. So the two lines read, My parents heard me coming and helped each other to the city gate. The description about her sister and brother is even more vivid. 阿姊闻妹来，当户理红妆。小弟闻姊来，磨刀霍霍向猪羊。阿姊 means elder sister, 闻 means hear, 妹 means younger sister, 来 means come, 当 means by the side of something. 户 can be door or window, so we will just translate it as a window. 理 means apply, 红妆 means makeup, 小弟 means little brother, 闻 means hear, 姊 again means elder sister, 来 means come, 磨 means grind, 刀 means dagger. 霍霍 is the sound of sharpening a knife on the grindstone, so we even get the sound effect here. 向 means towards, 猪 means pig, 羊 means goat. So the four lines read, My older sister heard me coming and applied her makeup by the window. My little brother heard me coming and sharpened his dagger, chasing the pigs and goats. The reason that Mulan's little brother sharpening his dagger and chasing the pigs and goats is that Mulan's homecoming was a huge event for the whole village, and the Hua family was throwing a huge party for all the villagers as well as the soldiers accompanied Mulan home. Mulan got home. She entered her old bedroom. 开我东阁门，坐我西阁床，脱我战时袍，着我旧时装。开 means open, 我 means my, 东 means eastern, 阁 means pavilion, 门 means door, 坐 means sit, 我 again means my, 西 means western, 阁 means pavilion, 床 means bed in modern Chinese. However, it means many different things in classic Chinese. It might mean the railings around the well, like it was used in Li Bai's 长干行, or a chair. Here it refers to a chair. 脱 means take off. 我 again means my. 战时 means wartime. 袍 means the military uniform. 着 means put on. 我 again means my. 旧时 means old time. 长 means dress. So the four lines read, I opened my door to the eastern pavilion. I sat in my chair in the western pavilion and took off my wartime uniform and put on my old long dress. Note that we translate the character 我 to my in each of the lines. This poetic structure is a very touching way to express Mulan's joy of coming home and the love her family had for her. They kept everything in her quarter exactly the same way as it was when she left home 10 years ago. Her little pavilion, her favorite chair, and her favorite dress. They were all kept nicely there waiting for her to come home. This is so nice. I'm becoming a bit emotional. Now, this is what Mulan did when she got into her own bedroom. 当窗理云鬓，对镜贴花黄。当 means by, 窗 means window, 理 means make up, 云 means cloud, 鬓 means hair on the temple. 云鬓 refers to the thick and beautiful hair of a young woman. 对 means in front, 镜 means mirror, 贴 means paste, 花黄 means flowery yellow. 花黄 is also a fashion for makeup in ancient China by paste a piece of yellow or golden paper in the forehead, as shown in this picture. Sometimes a lady might paint her whole forehead with yellow color and paste a flower in the middle of her forehead as shown in this picture. So the two lines read, I made up my hair by the window. In front of the mirror, I pasted a yellow flower on my forehead. The concluding part is about how Mulan's comrade-in-arm reacted to the fact that she was a woman. 出门看伙伴，伙伴结金芒。同行12年，不知木兰是女郎。雄兔脚扑朔，雌兔眼迷离。双兔傍地走，安能辨我是雄雌？出门看伙伴，伙伴结金芒。同行12年，不知木兰是女郎。出 means go out. 门 means door. 看 means look at. 伙伴 means comrade-in-arm. So 伙伴 refers to fellow soldiers who accompanied Mulan home. In the second line, 伙伴 is used with the character of 姐, meaning all of them, so we translated it as squad. 金芒 means in shock. 同 means together. 行 means walk. 同行 means walk together in modern Chinese. It also means doing something together. Since the poem is about Mulan pull a practical joke to her fellow soldiers, we translated the term as fight side by side. 12 means 12. 年 means year. 不 means not. 知 means know. And Mulan is spelled as Mulan. 是 means is. 女郎 means young woman. So the 4 lines read, I went out the door and saw my comrades in arms. My squad were all in shock. We had fought side by side for 12 years, but they did not know that Mulan was a woman. This is what Mulan said to her shocked squad. 雄兔脚扑朔，雌兔眼迷离。双兔傍地走，安能辨我是雄雌？雄 means male, 兔 means rabbit, 脚 means foot, 扑朔 means jump around, 雌 means female, 兔 means rabbit, 眼 means eye, 迷离 means bat the eye, 双 means pair, 兔 means rabbit again, 傍 means along, 地 means ground. 走 in modern Chinese means walk, but in classic Chinese it means run. 安 means how, 能 means can, 辨 means distinguish, 我 means me, 是 means is, 雄 means male, 雌 means female. So the 4 lines read, the male rabbit jumps all around. The female rabbit bats her eyes. When both rabbits run close to each other, how can you tell which is male or female? The second half of the poem presents a much more detailed account of Mulan's victorious return to the court and her hometown. However, she declined the reward of high-rank position at the court. It becomes quite clear from the poem that how much she missed her family and her old life as a young girl. The descriptions of her meeting with her parents at the city gate and the joy of her sister and brother preparing for her homecoming are so vivid and lovely. The poem also paints a lively picture showing how happy Mulan was to come home, resume the life she left behind for so many years. If you recall how much she missed her parents at the very beginning of her military career from my first video on Mulan, it is not difficult to imagine how hard it was for her to be separated from her family during the 12 years when she fought for her country. Yet, the tone of the second half of the poem is rather light and joyous, even humorous. There is no sadness or melancholy, only joy and excitement that Mulan is home and she can be herself again. All the hardship of the war and death were forgotten for the moment. The poem concludes with Mulan playing a practical joke on her squad. What a wonderful poem! My next video is the first one on Taoism philosophy on how to enjoy life like a Taoist master. I'm going to explain a couple of key ideas from Taoism on how to find peace in one's mind and heart, and translate a poem by a 5th century poet explaining how he finds peace when living in a noisy neighborhood. If you're new to my channel, please check out my videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and medical literature. If you like the content of my videos, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects, so if you would like to read the classics with me, please contact me by my email. Otherwise, thank you for viewing my video and I'll see you next time.